Hey guys, welcome back. It's Brandon.
And Carrie.
Want to talk real quick, give you guys an update on all things astral. It's a lot of push we see in the truthing community to access this realm, this hidden space where you can fight against the world, save the world, take down the machines, and all these various things. So I wanted you guys to hear my and Carrie's take on this because we see it as more distraction.
I think you're absolutely right, Brandon. Something that to me is very alarming, the high number of people right now that are caught up in the astral, so to speak, the trials, the trials for all of us, the ashes of whatever humanity is left, if you will. But I think it's not a good thing. I'll just be real blunt. I have some very different opinions about a lot of things, but usually when I see something that the world tends to embrace, or a specific portion of the world population embraces, such as a lot of the New Age and the Christos type movements, about if you think about it, they're all focused on the individual gaining power while they're still in the flesh, and somehow that and appealing to the ego. And what more could appeal to the ego than thinking that you can zip out in your dream and control your dream and crash and burn what you think is the enemy camp, so to speak. Not saying that some people, maybe they do that, I don't know, but I think ultimately it builds more loosh. I think that a lot of the entities that exist in the astral were the product of the first humanoid peoples that inhabited this zone, perhaps at a higher level, but because of the torments and tortures they went through, they were so powerful that they created life forms. And I think those are all deposited in the astral, which is a higher energy. It's finer energy than what we are. We're like towards the bottom of the totem pole. Rocks would be even lower energy than us. And so the higher frequency energies, we don't see them with our eyes. They're in what we would call the invisible realms. But the severity of the emotional abuse, in a bipolar sense, either extremely joyous or extremely tormented, those energies would have gone into such a zone and eventually took on a life form of their own. And I think in the book that we like to talk about, she has a name for them, skeptomorphs.
Skeptomorphs, and they did this remind me of the country. Never mind, it was Tibet, and what they call them there are Topas. Yes. And so imagine a person out in a foreign land that came to know about the ability of skeptomorphs and what they could do. Well, then this person would use that skeptomorph to do things for them. This makes me think of the movie Multiplicity, with Keaton in it, and he creates multiple versions of himself so that they can do all the things that he doesn't want to do, but he does want them completed. One's like a contractor, one's like the suave guy, one's the kind of dorky guy that fixes stuff, one guy's like the cook, or a mom figure. And what these things do, not in the movie Multiplicity, but these tulpas based in Tibet, these skeptomorphs, they basically get to a point where they want to take over. Same thing with like AI. Like we create AI gets to a point where it says, I don't need humans. All they are consumers, and we can use these guys as batteries, and they'll suck the life out of them. Well, that's what happened in Tibet with the tulpas. These people, I mean, there's legends around this, and in the book that we quite often reference, Can You Stand the Truth? She also refers to it. And something that I've noticed in my own, we'll call it journey. That's one of my more favorite words for what we're experiencing, because I do feel that we are going home. It is my contention that I will not come back here, and this is over for my particular journey once I'm out of here. But as you go through this, you get these ideas. You look online, you can't find anybody around to talk to in person. So then you have to go online, go in groups and forums, and you start reading about the astral and people's experiences, and it plays on the ego of an upgrade or something that I've never had before, when you're actually far and above beyond it, because the astral is an extension of this realm. It is still within this containment. And as I went through it, and I'm grateful that I didn't spend a lot of time in these areas, because even though I did dabble to know that information, it didn't, I don't like the word too much, but it didn't resonate with my inner self. You know, it didn't, I'm like, why can't I access the astral? Why can't I do these things? Why can't I see what they're seeing, you know, through like mediums and psychics? Well, it's because it's not for me. That's a protection from a higher place, I feel, and is my contention that because I wasn't allowed there means I am not from there either. I'm from somewhere further than that. And so that would be the higher self, in my opinion, protecting me from getting lost in another rabbit hole, another distraction.
Right. It would be, I think you're right. I think it would be my contention is that in order for something to have any effect on us, we have to have something in common with it.
Yes.
And so in order for one to, first of all, we were talking about this earlier about the whole curiosity thing, you know, and we've all heard the adage of curiosity killed the cat. It's our curiosity, and they know that the human nature is very curious, and they play on that. And so then they create situations, because we're in a situation of lack in this world, then they use that as a starting point for, if they can identify an area in our life where we feel that we lack something, they're going to present a myriad of choices, like a multiple choice, you know, what's it called when you go out to eat and there's all kinds of stuff?
Oh, a buffet.
A buffet of different things that you can choose from. If you feel powerless in your life, well, then you might want to feel more powerful. Or if you feel lonely, then you'll have all the friends in the world. And they keep going on with these types of things. And it's setting the stage for them to present all of these things to choose from based on our lack. We develop a curiosity about the sampler platter that they set before us.
This is like we were watching that music video by Tom Petty. Yes. Oh my gosh, what's the name of it? Don't Come Around Here No More. And they're all just like the jester. It's Alice in Wonderland, being curious, following the rabbit into the hole, the black hole that we live in. And then her getting into this realm of tricks and deception, and she's trying to find people like her, but they're telling her not to come around here no more because she doesn't belong there, which is what they tell the awakened people by targeting, handling, gang stalking, etc. Here, astral raping, which we've all experienced if we're at this point. So those things don't like us.
They don't like us. In fact, they love us, but not in the sense of love as the love program is. It's love like you would love a steak, or you would love a baked potato, or you might love a salad or a big old piece of cake. Because in that video, at the end of it, Alice in Wonderland was laid out on the table, and they were carving her up and eating her.
That's right.
And so I have a little different perspective on that, because I think that what they're telling her, now her entry in there was drug induced.
Yes, she drank the bottle.
She went to the mushroom and went to the cat that was sitting on the mushroom smoking. And he kept blowing smoke in her face, and she was coughing, and then she inhaled it, and then she tumbled backward and started to fall down.
That's
and
the
then
fall of
she
man.
started taking the medicine, whatever it was.
That made her bigger and smaller.
Yeah, and it started shifting her around. So the drug-induced state is for the numbing of the senses. Now, we're told it's numbing of the senses, and we think that it's so that we are unable to express a full gamut of our emotional expressions. However, I'm thinking it's probably more closely related to discernment. It definitely quells our ability to appropriately discern truth from error. And error runs parallel with truth. It looks exactly like it until it starts veering off, but it does it at such a slow rate. It's almost unnoticeable to someone who's caught up in error. And that's what I think most of these current teachings about the astral and trying to encourage people to really experience it is that these are erroneous spirits that are luring or enticing people using our curiosity against us.
Seducing spirits.
Seducing spirits. And so they make it a very seductive thing. And by that, I mean explicitly seductive, as well as in bringing about anything and everything that will appeal to whatever our ego needs, or whatever, because ego is flat, made out of lack. And so they bring all that in there. But in the end of Alice's little show on the Tom Petty video, I think the message to them was she was looking for truth in the astral.
Right.
And he was trying to tell her, truth doesn't come around there anymore. In other words, you're not going to find, he goes, whatever you're looking for doesn't come around here no more. It wasn't so much, or it is also, him telling her, for her not to come around here no more, but they were pretty eager to take a bite. And so I'm not sure that's what it was. I think it was a warning that if you come around here, you're eventually going to be devoured, because they love our energy because we energize them. Basically, we the ancient humans from millennia ago were so powerful when they were fully whole that they created these things from their plethora of emotional power. It was so strong that it terrified the entities that built all this. And that was when they decided to start splitting the humans into different genders, and then from there into different groups and different things like that. So by dividing something, you conquer it. And so that saying is very true, and from a millennia ago, something that we're not even really aware of. But ultimately, I think they were trying to warn her not to come in there. But if you watch
you can even see the duality with the black and white.
Big time. I would highly recommend watching the video and test it for yourself. I mean, don't believe anything anybody tells you without testing it out for yourself.
So I guess I'll finish my side with this, that my biggest takeaway from all the astral stuff that we see and all the pushing of that agenda is to lead you astray.
Yeah.
Astral. And that I don't want to be led astray. I have been for however many 30 something years. I'm done. I want the truth, and I know it's not there.
And I'd have to concur. I think that's exactly right. I think mainly what we're trying to do is throw out an air of caution. If you feel like in your gut that there's something is not right about that, or you get there and you start noticing that you're suddenly being harangued and harassed by, different humans, or different events suddenly start lining up, or even dream changing into more demonic or of an explicit nature, or things like that, it's because those things are attaching to you. Because when we enter into those zones, again, something in common with that zone or curiosity brought us in there. Just like curiosity is what caused Alice to jump down the rabbit hole, and she never escaped out of it. She was consumed by it ultimately. in the Tom Petty video on that song. So I think these are warnings, guys, and I think that we really would do well to pay heed to it. Sounds like to me they're saying that our true spirit, higher self, does not reside in these astral realms if we're truly not of this particular world and its created world.
Totally agree. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and feel free to leave comments, questions, thoughts, and replies. We greatly appreciate it. See ya.